What's good with y'all? Today we're back with another video. Today's topic is top 10 anime where the main character is either betrayed or hated. Now, most main characters in any TV show or cartoon are mainly likable characters and seen as the good guy. But when it comes to anime, it's a whole different story. You'll find main characters who are hated by everyone. And strangely enough, those are the coolest characters. Before we start the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the post notifications. Now without further ado, let's get into the video. At number 10, Juni Taisen. For one wish, they'll risk it all. The time has come for the 12 tournament, held every 12 years. For 12 proud warriors, each bearing a name from the Chinese zodiac, they'll prepare to fight in a bloody battle royale. The winner gets any wish they desire, but they have to do whatever it takes to earn it. Blood and tears will flow on this battlefield. Who will be the lone survivor? This anime has the element of surprise that every anime lacks. I was impressed by how they didn't hesitate to kill off main characters. If you like spontaneousness, then this anime is for you. At number 9, Arifureta. When a classroom of students is transported to another world to be their saviors, Hajime Nagumo finds himself to be the weakest link. His friends and classmates are part of strong classes and have impressive abilities, but he is given the weak title of synergist. When a dungeon quest leaves him separated from his group, Hajime must discover his own talents or be left to rot in the world. Arifureta is entertaining, but if you're looking for originality, this is not for you. At number 8, The Familiar of Zero. Louise is a magician at Tristan Academy. Her nickname is Zero Louise because she can't use her magic properly, resulting in 0 successes. An upcoming test at her academy requires her to summon a familiar, a servant, and a partner to support her as a magician. Despite desiring a familiar that would be superior to her, constantly mocking classmates, Louise ends up summoning Hiraga Saito, your average Japanese boy. Even with Louise and Saito both unwilling to accept each other, they have no choice. Louise can't attempt another summoning, and Saito can't return to Japan. And so their life together begins. This anime has a wonderful concept, but it's kind of ruined by archetypal characters and a shallow plot, and way too much fan service. At number 7, Aji. The first Ajin appeared 17 years ago and quickly became the most important discovery to mankind. While they appear to be human, Ajin are rare, immortal beings that are feared by the populace. Only 46 of them are known to exist in the world, and most of them try to hide their existence, for capture means being subjected to brutal experiments that never end. Kei Nagai is a boy who dreams of becoming a doctor to heal his sister one day, but after he dies and revives in a car accident, he learns the terrifying truth that he too is an Aji. Now Kei finds himself on the run from both human and Aji monsters that want to hurt him. While struggling with his new unwanted identity, the 3D animation looks weird at first, but you actually get used to it as you watch the show. The animation is actually top notch and the characters are original. At number 6, Gungrave. After a tragic scene with the murder of his friends, Brandon Heat follows his only friend Harry McDowell into Millennium, the largest mafia syndicate. While Harry McDowell is striving for power, Brandon is only staying in Millennium to see the girl he loves, whose custody was gained by the leader of Millennium, Big Daddy. But as the years pass, Brandon proves loyal to Millennium. Brandon learns the true purpose and passion of Millennium, and that's when true conflict arises. I enjoyed it. The fusion of mafia and undead supernatural was different, but the story was more focused on the development of the main characters. Number 5. Akame ga Kill. Tatsumi is a well-trained fighter. He and two companions leave their remote village to head to the Imperial City, where they're looking for a way to free their friends and families from the taxes imposed by the authorities. The Imperial City is filled with unimaginable amounts of corruption and evil from supernatural sources. Tatsumi is quickly swindled after reaching the city and nearly loses everything. But he finds himself unlikely allied with a group of assassins. This show has a brilliant story. I loved every single episode. The action and the animation are impeccable. The characters are all super interesting, and they all have important roles throughout the series. And number 4, The King's Avatar. Widely regarded as a trailblazer and top-tier professional player in the online multiplayer game called Glory, Yeshio is dubbed the Battle God for his skills and contribution to the game over the years. When he's forced to retire from the team and to leave his gaming career behind, he finds work at a nearby internet cafe. There, when Glory launches his 10th server, he throws himself into a game once more using a different character named Lord Grimm. Yeshio's early achievements on this server immediately catch the attention of many players, as well as big guilds, leaving them to wonder, who the hell is this player? But while he possesses 10 years of experience and in-depth knowledge about the game, starting afresh with no sponsors or a team in a game that has changed over the years presents numerous challenges. Along with new talented comrades, Yeshio once again dedicates himself to traversing the path to Glory's summit. It's a little off-putting at first hearing the Chinese instead of Japanese, but after a while you get used to it. It gives you another view on the world of gaming, a much better insight. When you really think about it, this guy was the Chinese ninja. And number 3, Yojo Senki. The anime centers on a young girl who fights in the front lines of war. She has blonde hair, blue eyes, and nearly transparent white skin. She flies through the air and mercilessly strikes down her opponents. Her name is Tanya Degurachav, and she speaks with a young girl's lisp and commands the army. Tanya used to be one of Japan's elite office workers, but because of a wrathful god, was reborn as a young girl. Tanya prioritizes optimization and career advancement above all, and she will become the most dangerous entity among the Imperial officers' sorcerers. It's nice to see an anime mainly from the villain's point of view, which doesn't happen that often. Instead of following the pure hero of justice, we're instead treated to the inner workings of a sociopath working for invading the army. It's a fresh perspective, and I love it. And number 2, Yona of the Dawn. In the kingdom of Koka, Princess Yona lives a sheltered but peaceful life with her pacifist father. Surrounded by attentive servants and protected by her bodyguard Hack, Yona's only difficulties in life are her unruly red hair and trying to convince her father to let her marry her cousin, Su-wan. But on the night of her 16th birthday, Yona suddenly loses everything she holds dear and is forced to leave the castle. With no one left but Hak to defend her, Yona realizes she must become strong if she is to survive. She embarks on a quest to find allies and an ancient legend involving the Crimson Dragon King and his 4 dragon warriors may be her key to reclaiming her kingdom. The slow pacing is actually what makes this so great. The adventure vibes and the strong characterization lead the show too. And number 1 on our list, The Rising of the Shield Hero, Naofumi Iwatani, an uncharismatic otaku who spends his days on games and manga. suddenly finds himself summoned to a parallel universe. He discovers he's one of the 4 heroes equipped with legendary weapons and tasked with saving the world from its prophesied destruction. As the shield hero, the weakest of the heroes, all is not as it seems. Naofumi is soon alone, penniless and betrayed. With no one to turn to and nowhere to run, he's left with only his shield. Now Naofumi must rise to become the legendary shield hero and save the world. This is one of the best and controversial isekai anime that came out in 2018. Even though it's just following a trend, it separated itself from other shows by highlighting its action and unique storytelling.
Through the hard times, I feel the pain. Through the hard times, I stay the same with desire. I make the change, you and I are meant for this stage. Let's disappear. Our love's forever clear.